CIET NCERT presents audiobook Bansuri, textbook of arts for grade 5.
Chapter 4 Imaginary Beings. On the top left is given a color palette with 2 paint brushes. On top right is given the QR code which can be scanned for more information on this topic. At the bottom left of the page is an image in Gond art of an elephant. Its trunk is rising and many branches are coming out of its trunk. On top right of the page is an image of a toy of clay. Once again, it is a mythical creature. The toy has the head of an elephant, the body of a tiger, and wings of a bird. Our imagination gives us the power to visualize things that have never been created. Through hard work, persistence, and dedication, many such imaginations have taken shape. For example, our dream of flying like a bird led to the invention of the aeroplane. Can you think of other inventions that have helped us swim like fish, weave like spiders, and burrow like earthworms? As an artist, you can create anything you dream of, not just what you see around. In Indian art, we often find imaginary beings made up of parts from many different living beings. Multiple narratives are built around them. You must have enjoyed hearing such stories. They become even more fascinating as the mysteries behind their symbolic representations start to unfold. Observe the image of Navgunjar on the next page. It has parts of 9 different beings. It stands on 3 legs and has one human hand holding a flower. Page number 34. Activity 4.1. Fill in the names of the 9 animal parts you observe. 1. Crown of a blank. Which animal could it be? Let me give you a hint. It is a bird which does not fly too high, but has a crown on its head. 2. Beak of a blank. Hint, it is a carnivorous large bird. 3. Neck of a blank. Hint, this bird is radiant blue in color. 4. Hump of a blank. Hint, this animal is used in ploughing the fields. 5. Belly of a blank. Hint, this animal is the king of the jungle. 6. Front leg of an blank. Hint, it is a very heavy animal with a large trunk. 7. Left hind leg of a blank. Hint, this animal has stripes all over its body. Right hind leg of a blank. Hint, this animal runs very fast. 9. Tail in the form of a blank. Hint, it is a reptile. Take help from your teachers or parents to find out the story about Navgunjar. Page number 35. Activity 4.2. My ideal being. Think of a person, animal, and plant whose qualities you like the most. There is a grid given. In the first column, it is written, write their qualities, draw their upper body, draw their middle body, draw their lower body. You have to follow these instructions for the next columns. In second column, you have to think about a person whose qualities you like the most. In first box of this column, write the qualities of that person. In second box, draw their upper body. In third box, draw their middle body. And in the last box, draw their lower body. In third column, follow the same for an animal. In fourth column, do the same for a plant, and in the last column, follow the same for an object whose qualities you like the most. Now close your eyes and imagine their combined special qualities in one being. Such an ideal being may not exist, but you have the power to create them with art. Page number 36. Activity 4.3. Creating my imaginary being. On the left side of the page is given a grid of 9 boxes. The first column has the image of a boy. In the first box is the head of the boy who is wearing a cap. In the second box of the first column is the body of the boy. And in the last box are his legs. He is wearing skates. In the second column, there is an image of a honeybee. The first box of the second column has the head of the honeybee. The second box has its body with wings. And the third box has the small part of its tail. Similarly, the third column has an image of a flower. The first box of the third column has the petals of the flowers. In the second box are the leaves, and in the third box is the soil where it is planted. On the right side of the page is an image derived from these 3 images. The image has the head of the flower, the body of the bee with wings, and legs of the boy wearing skates. Observe the drawings you have made. Think of different combinations. For example, it can have the head of an animal, body of a person, and the feet as the lower part of a plant or object. It is important to try drawing other combinations too. You can draw multiple heads, legs, and other parts if you like. Draw the one you like the most here on the next page. Add clothes, ornaments, accessories, and color them interestingly. Think of a name that describes your imaginary being and write it creatively. Page number 37. Draw your imaginary being here. Page number 38. Activity 4.4. The world of my imaginary being. This page is bordered by a hilly area. There is a road in between the hilly terrain. The borders of the road have trees and bushes. The imaginary being that was created previously, do you remember? Yes, the one with the head of a flower, body of a bee, and legs of a boy wearing skates. That imaginary being is happily skating on the road between the hilly terrain. The world we live in has geographical features such as air, sun, water, oxygen, rivers, earth, and trees. We build houses, roads, and invent tools to make our life comfortable. For your imaginary being, create a suitable world to live in and move around comfortably. Show your imaginary being to your friends and have them ask questions like, what is its favorite food? Does it sleep? Where is its heart? Where does it live? How does it move? What kind of shadows would it cast? The answers to the questions will help you understand your imaginary being and build a world around it. Create a picture or modify the one you have made showing the imaginary being in the habitat you imagine. Show it in action and be creative while making shadows. Add as many details as possible and color this composition using a medium of your choice. Page number 39. Space to draw your final artwork of the imaginary being in its own world. Page number 40. Assessment. Chapter 4. Imaginary Beings. The first column mentions the curricular goals. The second column mentions the competencies. The third column describes the learning outcomes aligned with the competencies. The fourth column is for assessment by the teacher, and the fifth column is for self assessment. CG2, C2.1, LO creates imaginary beings by combining different parts of animals, plants, humans, and objects. CG4, C4.2 shares and discusses stories of mythical characters. Overall participation in class. All three to be assessed by teacher and self. Teacher's observations to be filled in the lines given below. Other comments also to be mentioned in the space given below. Chapter 4 ends here.
Bansuri, you were just listening to this audiobook, Textbook of Arts for Grade 5. Narration Tripti Upadhyay. Sound recordist Amarjit Sarkar. Production assistant Mukul Singh. Directed and produced by Vimalesh Chaudhary. This audiobook is brought to you by CIET NCERT, New Delhi, India.